Congressional Democrats this evening are warning folks about who will suffer if a lawsuit successfully upends the Affordable Care Act.
KCAU-9's Morgan Wright reports why Democrats are worried the lawsuit could declare the Obamacare law unconstitutional.
On the steps of the United States Senate, Democrats showed the faces of who would be heard if the Affordable Care Act were struck down in court.
Donald Trump and the Republicans want to take away your health care.
Without the ACA, Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says 130 million Americans with pre-existing conditions will lose access to affordable health care.
Millions of Americans who will suffer.
Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen held the photo of a young girl named Zia Mora from Silver Spring, Maryland, who was born with 10 pre-existing conditions.
If we did not have the Affordable Care Act in place, there is absolutely no way that her family would be able to afford the care that she needs.
In a New Orleans courtroom, Republican attorneys general, supported by the United States Justice Department, began oral arguments against the constitutionality of the ACA. Senator Van Hollen says if it were struck down, Republicans don't even have a plan to replace it.
You would think that someone would have an alternative to help those people.
But Republicans say removing the ACA won't stop coverage of pre-existing conditions.
Once again, they'll try to blame Republicans as the bad guys.
Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn.
There's one thing that I think there is a consensus on in the health care field in Congress. It is that pre-existing conditions should be covered.
Van Hollen says Republicans could put an end to this uncertainty by ending the lawsuit. In Washington, Morgan Wright.